I would never go into a church and say, you all come and if you finish 50 hours or so many hours of training, you can be a counselor, a lay counselor. Or number one, in the state of Ohio, it's illegal to use the word counselor unless you're licensed. But don't use that. Don't invite everybody any more than you would say to a group of people, y'all come, you're interested in singing in the opera? Are you interested in singing in the choir, leading worship? Y'all come and we'll teach you and then everybody can sing. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the talent, or the skill, the interest, or the gifts of doing that. Now, everybody can be involved at the congregational level in improving their skills, improving themselves, preventing problems, growing, and helping their family and friends. So everybody in the church needs these skills. 100%. And if you have a congregation that has a high percentage of people who are learning skills and learning about these relationships, you will be doing real well. You'll help them. Now, when they get up to the next level at paraprofessional, let me tell you how I do it. I suggest that every congregation offer basic courses in communication, problem solving, renewing the mind, how to bless one another, how to pray for people, etc. But don't give them a certificate that you're official anything. Because as soon as you say you're going to get a certificate, that gives some power-hungry, control-oriented people, the wrong people, the idea that, hey, I'm going to do this thing, you know, and that's dangerous. My experience is that if you say to the congregation, you all come and be lay pastors or lay counselors, we'll give you 50 hours, 100 hours of training, about 75 to 90% of the people who show up are people you don't want. You will have to wash them out because they're not the kind of people that you would turn loose. Now, I learned that the hard way. At College Hill, we had a program, and when I inherited it, and they had this approach that, well, if you're interested, you're highly motivated, you want to do this, we'll let you be a teacher, a certain teacher, and we'll give you a 2-year training, and after that, we'll certify you that you're a Bible teacher. Well, I inherited that program, and we had 25, 30 people in the program, and wonderful people. They love the Word, they love God, but at least 50% of them couldn't hardly stand up in front of anybody. They couldn't do it. They didn't have the gift of teaching. Well, you have a problem. Now, you either say to them, I lied to you. We're not going to certify you. What are you going to do? You're going to break the contract? That's a problem. Or you let people teach who've got no business teaching. Then you have another problem. You're turning people loose who have no ability on folks who are there to learn. And you can, your program will go down to the bottom very quickly. Well, I met with those people and said, we made a mistake. I ask your forgiveness, but we'll find another place for you to work in this organization, but not to be a teacher. And I asked one woman, why in the world did you sign up to be a teacher? She said, oh, I never did want to be a teacher. I just want to take care of the material and organize it. Well, I think we can find a job for you. So you can find something for everyone, but not everyone has the gifts or the talents to be in that position. So what we did I started teaching everybody, interpersonal skills, problem solving, conflict management, family life, renewed thinking, everybody. And then out of that, you would see who really gets it. You would see who grows in that, who has the skills, who has the tendency, who has the call, who has the personality, who's faithful, who will show up, and who will not gossip about the leaders in the church. So, you know, you'll get to see who the character are. But it takes you a year or so to see who's got the character development to do what you want to do. Does this make sense to you? So I would never, ever say to a congregation, tell everybody to come, and after so many hours, they can become a counselor. That's the academic model that the universities have adopted, and it's an utter failure. It does not work. So now, when you're working with people, the church can do the first 4 very well, extremely well, better than any other organization. Then what I've told you last week, that maybe 30 to 50 people in Cincinnati who started through our prevention and personal growth programs ended up being paraprofessionals, and then they went and got their masters and doctorates, and they're professional counselors. They learned from the ground up, the guild system, not from the top down. And so then we would know that they knew what they were doing. They became professional counselors, and some of them experts in marriage and family life. So this is my strong recommendation to you, that you start that way.